Alrighty, in this video we will be discussing the current state of this whole United States potential oil crisis. So the United States and Saudi relations took a hit yesterday as OPEC cut oil production. And if you don't know, OPEC is the organization of the petroleum exporting countries. So Wednesday's vote by the Saudi-led OPEC to reduce oil production in the face of a surge in energy costs throughout the world marked a new low in the relationship between the United States and Saudi Arabia. Russia, which works with OPEC to coordinate oil policies and boost the value of its export, gained a lot from this move, actually. This also occurred 1 month before the midterm elections in the United States, where a major issue or topic of discussion will more than likely be over the high cost of energy. Officials in the Biden administration voiced their disappointments with the move that was made on Wednesday and made it clear that they were willing to cooperate with Congress to pass legislation that would allow the government to sue the oil cartel for antitrust violations. Just recently this summer, Biden made a visit to Saudi Arabia to discuss energy. The Biden administration was pushing for them to pump more in order to lower prices, while the U.S. continues to use barrels of oil from our reserves. So the United States has more than doubled its exports to the EU while pulling from our reserves. And the United States Strategic Petroleum Reserve has reached a 40-year low. Oil has fallen to $80 a barrel after being around $120 a barrel back in early June. And with this production cut, they are hoping that this drives prices back up. There was a quote saying this is going to lead a lot of people in the United States to reevaluate the United States and Saudi relationship. So Saudi Arabia and the United States were once kind of linked together and worked kind of as a partnership. Saudi used to export barrels of oil around the world in exchange for United States security. Recently, though, this relationship has been tested and strained a little bit, as Saudi Arabia has kind of found new partners to work with. They've been expanding more. Analysts said OPEC's move to cut production seems to be a response to Europe and Western allies' attempt to sanction Russia and put a price cap on Russian oil. They claimed that the attempts by oil-consuming countries to control oil prices posed a direct threat to OPEC's ability to control oil markets. This move will cut OPEC oil production by 2 million barrels a day, or roughly 2% of the global oil production. Now, with rising interest rates in the United States, sky-high energy prices in Europe, looming fears of China potentially invading Taiwan, and an increased chance at a potential global recession, this move by OPEC is a bit strange, but it's also sending a message. And there's no coincidence that this happened literally a month before midterm elections here in the United States. There is a giant political game of chess being played here in front of us. Nobody knows really what each other's next move is, but there is a potential that everyone loses here if we enter a global depression. And that's pretty much it on what's happened Wednesday at this OPEC meeting, and how it may potentially affect the United States now as it's directly bringing us into this problem. There is, like I said, a giant game of chess being played here. There's so many different pieces at play. But it's kind of interesting and also kind of scary to watch at the same time. But nonetheless, I hope you did enjoy this quick updates on what's going on. I appreciate it if you could leave a like and subscribe for more information similar to this.